Sean, one of the very best, looking for that second Olympic slot. So Sean got real boulder pedigree for sure, the most experienced of the climbers.
And Sean really does excel when it comes to technique and footwork, so
amazing lock-off strength.
so impressive. Quite that final jump move.
Oh, Sean Bailey got his game face on. He's a pretty relaxed character all round, but really seems focused today.
I mean, after the speed discipline, I think he knows that he has no wiggle room.
Sean's definitely had one of the better years I've seen out of any climber out there.
The story of Sean's last year is packed to the brim with incredible accomplishments. What happened on Ace of Spades, climbing some of the hardest boulders in the world, multiple gold medal wins, and one of the hardest routes in the world, and that all happened in 1 year.
The build up to this event and then the adrenaline of the day, and Sean really could do with getting it done first go. And Sean Bailey now lining it up, the left hand lands, and so does the right.
So that is partially his style of climbing. He doesn't ever really look that tired. It's always surprising if he does come off because he looks like he's got it still.
He doesn't just throw stuff out there, and because when he says it, it means he thought about it. And I don't think there's much out there in the current climbing world that he wouldn't be able to go do.
Sean is feeling the pressure a bit as he's making sure all the holds are as fresh as possible for him. He can't really have any more mistakes today. Established on the boulder now, choosing the more static method of pressing in. He has quite good footwork and is generally comfortable on his feet, so this section shouldn't give him too much of a problem. Moving his way out to the left volume with his foot in a nice stance, really nicely over to the zone. Oh, a little bobble, and he knows that that was a huge mistake.
So that slip has been absolutely crucial. Sean Bailey is out. The win is gone for him. The Olympic dream sadly ends here.
Devastating day for Sean Bailey thus far.
But sadly, no matter what he does here, Sean, he will not be going to the Olympics.
Sean's relationship with failure is probably better than most. He's always been very hard on himself. But when he falls short, it's just fuel. That's it.
I mean, it's sick. There's like one real nasty edge in the first crux. Hard roll under. It's a pretty good hold. Kind of some more casual climbing for like 3 moves, and then another little crux on like pretty bad left hand into another undercling rest, and then an either left-right section where you could go either way. So gotta decide what I want to do. I want to jinx myself.
Yeah.
I'm giving myself good odds to do it. Flash would have to be perfect, dude.
Only one person's flashed 15A, Adam Andra. Trying to flash a 15A is very difficult. Trying to red point 15A is very difficult. But yeah, to have the confidence in yourself and to find a perfect route, 15A is not really something that people are like, oh yeah, let's go out and try to flash it. 15A flash is pretty next level.
Yeah, I mean, Pan Am's happened. I didn't feel like I got the opportunity to do what I wanted to do, and I was pissed. There was definitely this internal battle going on of why am I doing this? Am I doing this for the right reasons? Or am I just doing it to get an Olympic spot? Or am I just doing it to compete for the sake of competing? And I couldn't fully reconcile that for the whole World Cup season.
Yes, come on. Come on, Sean. Come on, man. Come on. Yes, Ali, come on. Sick. Yeah.
That I just didn't know where my motivation was coming from. I was just trying to figure out what I was doing it for the whole time. And I think it's hard to compete unless you're really motivated towards the competitions. And it's a mental battle if you're winning or if you're losing, either way it's hard. So if you're not motivated to just grind and try your hardest and maybe get shut down, like maybe find some success, then I feel like you're gonna end up getting pretty tired over the course of a season. And there's also just an element of ego too, where, I don't know, I knew I was capable. I knew it was this goal that everyone was going for. I think after that, I was honestly just finding my joy for climbing again. Remembering the reasons I love it that are internal, not about any of the other shit that I was thinking about pre-Olympics.
He is genetically real good, like better than most. Put together that with really hard work, a lot of dedication, pretty self-driven, self-hating phenom. I guess that's a good way of putting it. He's real good at what he does.
That was about as close as you can get to trying to flash a 15A. Went for the final move, missed the final move, and that was kind of the move where if you stick that, then I would have given him like a 95% chance of going to the top.
I mean, ever since I saw that footage, I was thinking about bibliography. But after Ace of Spades, I think I realized I was ready to go make it happen.
It's one of those things that means so much more in the context of his entire year. It's going to be like a year that I think he remembers for the rest of his life and everybody else remembers. Only a handful of people in the world could climb bibliography. Put Sean's incredible year on top of that, it starts to become stuff of legends.
Sean has always had really big goals. There's not a lot of people out there that can say, I can do that, and it's real.
Bibliography is the epitome of a classic sport climb, where there's hard boulders, bad rests, and then long endurance sections in between. The bottom of bib starts with lower end 514 into pretty hero rest. And then you get into this kind of extended boulder problem, maybe like a long V13 or something like that.
The top of it goes at around V12. It starts off with this long like ISO reach to a gas stone that's pretty bad. It kind of always feels like it's slipping a little bit. And then right hand comes in really close. It's hard to get all your fingers on these two holds. Kind of long reach to a pocket that fits two pretty comfortably, or try to get the third in there. Right foot up, and then one more kind of long reach to pretty in-cut crimp. And then you're in the main rest or the middle rest, which is pretty bad. The only reason I even thought it was a rest was because I watched Seb rest there and I watched Stefano rest there for minutes at a time. So moving off of the rest, you have some pretty consistent climbing into the top crux, which probably sits around V10. The top crux is super technical, I think, is the main thing. Most of the consequential holds are a little slopey, so you have to have them the right way.
I feel like I've been so sport climbing focused for years and years and years, and then over the last 2 years or so got a lot more psyched on bouldering just because of like comps and stuff, and being in Tokyo too, just training at those gyms and training on hard kind of comp style boulders for a while.
I feel like I didn't know where I stood in bouldering. I kind of wanted to see what I could do with that new strength.
I feel like I was trying to figure out how to try hard bouldering outside, because it's definitely a different mentality and process to like try 100%. You know, I've looked up to everyone that's been doing these hard boulders for a long time, so I wasn't able to conceptualize doing that myself, I think, until I actually felt grips. I didn't feel like I needed to prove myself, but I felt like I needed to prove it to myself that it was possible. And then white noise, I was like, shit, I can do this, and like pretty quick. And so then I felt like the world was just opened up to like, there's some really sick boulders out there that I just didn't think I was capable of trying. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I can try these. Let's get to it.
Nice, dude. How did it feel?
Fucking good.
Sean was putting things in place a long time ago to make sure that these dreams that he has now become a reality.
He did Grand Illusion fast, he did box therapy fast, and these are some of the hardest climbs in the world, and he did them quick. So it's like, as soon as he's coming across something that he actually has to invest weeks, months, seasons into trying this thing, like, you'll be able to do some crazy shit. A lot more to come for him.
Very, very few World Cup competitors are willing to commit multiple months into outdoor climbing. because it's just such a risky sacrifice. You think that by focusing on outdoors, you're losing your competition edge, and then when you get back into the season, once you're behind, it's really hard to catch up. So the fact that Sean was able to have a lot of success outdoors and then quickly transition back into competition and find his flow is something that hardly anybody can do.
Hello and welcome to the finals of the IFSC Boulder World Cup in Salt Lake City.
So to win a gold medal in a bouldering World Cup, first you have to get to the right fitness, which takes a decade of consistent training, and then you have the base requirements. Then you have to get your mental game right. Make it through qualifiers, which is never a given for anybody. Make it through semifinals, which you have to have a fantastic day. And then compete against the world's best and still believe that you can win gold. To have them all line up is very difficult, to say the least.
More difficult to kind of remember exactly what he did. When I was told there,
Wonderful.
pausing, completely stopping. Just see how he held his foot out to create a little stall in the momentum. That was ingenious. Great mobility.
Gets the final body
nice
position
top
right.
there.
That Sean Bailey wakes this crowd up with a top of Boulder 1.
For the world's very best, you can expect to win multiple World Cups in your career. For everybody else, you're dreaming of just winning one, and for 95% of those people, that dream will never be achieved.
Sean Bailey is up and on bench number 4, very fast.
Right away. It's not necessarily about big muscles, it's about using your angles to your greatest advantage.
Oh yeah, and he does a great job with that. Oh! And Sean Bailey with one arm, a move I was talking about earlier, something he's so good at, catching anything one-handed, and a huge smile from Sean Bailey. First World Cup win.
He's proving the wins to himself. He's proving the red points to himself. And it's just so happens that everyone else is watching.
And Mr. Sean Bailey of the USA with his first World Cup win is going to get his flowers here. Sean Bailey is so excited.
Sean Bailey, gold here in Salt Lake City. What is the first thought in your mind right now?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I can't even think right now. I just never thought this day would come, and it's crazy that it came.
Welcome to the Swiss mountain town of Villars-sur-Orlon. Stefano, looking at that list of climbers, we've got some serious talent on that stage right now. And there is Alex Megos himself. Matches, that moves him into first position with 32. The top beckoning now for Alex Megos. What a fight through the conditions and the route. Hops out.
What?
Oh, and there's the slip. Sean Bailey, a bit of a legend on the underground climbing scene and becoming more and more mainstream as he smashes his way through the IFSC. Probably going to know there's no tops at the moment. I think he would have heard the crowd go crazy for a top, so he's aware that he doesn't necessarily need to get the top to win, but Alberto Gines Lopez, who's coming behind him, he's going to be certainly going for that top, so Sean will do everything he can to secure this, but Sean Bailey making it look like it's incredibly easy though. And jumps into second position. He's going for Megos' score here. Remember, Alex kind of foot popped. Sean Bailey though, this is the move that almost did for Alex, but Sean has got to it. Into first position for Sean Bailey. As he eyes up the finishing hole, will he be the person to top this route? Only one athlete to go as Sean Bailey comes across with no feet into these nasty last few crimps, and there he loses it, kicking out right. That could be our winning run with one athlete to go. We will see. And Alberto Gines Lopez, what a moment for that young man. One of the favourites for the win here tonight in Villars-sur-Orlon. Yeah, not fresh yet, and he pauses here. We know there's a rest coming. Alberto takes a big fall, which means that Sean Bailey is our winner here tonight. Riding high at the moment as he gets his first lead gold medal.
Not a lot of climbers were able to win gold medal in lead and bouldering.
Yeah, it does show a true diversity.
Winning both disciplines in the same year requires this balance that puts you at a disadvantage for both. It's an art that competitors spend their whole lives perfecting. I can count on one hand how many competitors can win a World Cup in both disciplines in the same season.
Welcome to the 2021 Lead World Cup in Chamonix, France. Sean Bailey, well, he's been a bit of a revelation during this year's tour. He won last week in Villars. He's looking very, very confident and chilled out here at the moment. But we know he's got such a fire inside him. That man will fight to the absolute end.
I think this route is going to give credit to those who don't panic. And I know Sean, as an athlete, is one of the most relaxed people I've ever seen competing.
Yeah, there's a lot of confidence in that young man at the moment. Bumping his hand up to leave room for that knee bar, and he's going to try to get it in. And he's making it work.
Wow.
There we go, route setters. You can do it. Right, Sean currently in third position. Now moving into second position. He's working from right to left, and a big move coming up here to this slap, and he drops it. Yeah, and the fact that Sean Bailey, of course, last week's winner, he's fallen on that route. I mean, we know how difficult this is now, about halfway through this men's final.
And here's Stefanos choosing to go past that clip.
Oh, that's the knee bar trap we were talking about. Oh, what a moment for that man.
In all the drama, I almost forgot that Sean had just won his second Lead World Cup.
Watching Sean win 3 World Cups in a season and place second in the Lead World Cup season, it's got to be the beginning of a major evolution in US competition climbing.
I mean, if it feels like it's felt the past couple days, I actually think pretty good shot. Two days ago, on my last try, I was pretty bricked and pulled on and tried to link from the boulder to the top and fell on the last move, undercling move. And I felt terrible that try. So I feel like if I feel any better in that, I got a good chance. And I'd like to think, I mean, shit, if it even felt like it felt this try, I think hopefully it'll feel better in that. So just keep head together and shit. I just feel like shit.
Climbing something that's the hardest shit you've tried, not to mention the hardest shit in the world, becomes more of a mind game As the days went on, it was more of like a how much longer can he stick it out for? Like how much more can he take in the head? Your head becomes your #1 enemy when you're projecting something at this difficulty.
I just don't have the fitness. I can't do it. I don't have the fitness.
Through that whole time, I had this mentality of like, no, I know I can do it. I know I can do it, because I had gotten pretty close. Through that mindset, it was just like failure after failure after failure. Realizing that I'm not in control of every single variable and just trying to perform the best I can in a moment in time, being present and doing your actual best. I kept thinking through the whole process was, I would really like to see this process through and have like a positive experience with it. It just meant being in, a mental state where I could be successful by, the end of the trip.
I did really want to like get into a mentality where whether I send or didn't send, I knew that if I stayed, another like 2 weeks, mentality would still be positive, and I'd still have like a chance like some of those days to do it. Just trying to find a proof of concept mentality to work with.
No matter what he does here, Sean, he will not be going to the Olympics.
Nice, dude. How did it feel? Yeah, that wind kicked up.
He's just always in the pursuit of learning about climbing. I don't think that's going to slow down.
Huge smile from Sean Bailey. First World Cup win.
Yes, come on.
He basically did box therapy in a rainstorm.
I always forgot that Sean had just won his second lead World Cup.
I can't do it.
For Sean Bailey, 1 + 1 has never equaled 2.
Sean is on track to be one of the greats.
Relinquishing control over almost every single variable is like how I can find success. I've noticed it in comps and I've noticed it outside, where you get into these grooves where you find the right place to be successful, and you think, I'll never lose this because I know where this place is and I know how it feels.
But the reality is, you change a little bit as a person, and maybe you achieve more, or your expectations change, and you kind of, reach a different place, and then you lose it, and you don't remember what that feeling was and like how you got there, and so you gotta find it again.
You have to feel it right. You have like this here.
Also,
Oh, that is